Hello, welcome to Reframing Mindset Podcast. We are clear my head of the thoughts that are preventing clarity, practice my speech, among other things. Episodes range from informative knowledge to funny stories about my experiences, and in the future, maybe include interviews. So subscribe and enjoy. Episodes drop every other day. Okay, now welcome back to Reframe Master Podcast. My name is Carl Brooks. I know this episode, as I said, we're in the 95 journey. And this episode is going to talk about, um, well, I guess one of the things that I'm trying to do to better manage my time. Because if you remember, I said, remember from the time management episode, most of the episode after we're trying to, put what I've been saying into practice. So if you realize from the 95 journey, once you're doing a 95, that's basically 9 hours out of your day. And then you have transportation from work to home. So you're barely in the week, you're basically having little time. When you're coming home, you basically have to just eat and then go to sleep and or wake up. And that's why, in most places people do things like take out, maybe don't cook. And like maybe if you have a two person household, one might be able to cook or such like that. But you're alone, really cook and such like that. But if you actually want to be healthy, because no, the Nelpa lifestyle is really an unhealthy lifestyle. Or it can be an unhealthy lifestyle if you don't take care of yourself, because you're basically changing your time and health for money. So if you don't actively actually do things, actually get your health and mind in or and stuff in order, the 95 while it will pay you, you basically your health will actually be suffer. And it's why you have the thing where people say, well, the millennials now have this thing where they pause and say, oh, you work from 20 something to 65, and then your lifespan is 75 years. Yeah. So they're saying that the 95 is a trap or something like that, And it is a trap. It is a trap. Everything is a trap. One thing you realize about life, one of my teachers said it before, told us before. So I guess I'm just living the experience now. She told, and if you listen to the podcast on early days, you don't know who said it. But you said, life isn't fair. Life isn't fair, and everybody's in it trying to take advantage of their situation to get their benefits. So once you know that, it's up to you to actually try to get the benefit of that stuff. I think about it that I'm not telling you this so you can try to take advantage of people, because if you do that in the long run, you will lose as well. But I said take advantage of the situation so you can benefit while not crossing the other person. You may be able to help the person that you're getting the opportunity from. It'll be mutually benefit. Just like for example, I'm going to the 95. I'm actually putting effort because I know why I'm going there for, to learn how to communicate better. So if I'm going to learn how to communicate better, I have to actually put more effort into their business, into getting the job. And if I'm actually putting more effort, I'm going to actively make more money for them, because I'm actually it's a mutual benefit for the both of us. I'm learning how to communicate better with actual live people while I'm doing the job's work, which is actually solving people's problem and then getting paid for that. And then the better I do, the better I get paid. So it's mutually benefit. Mutually benefit. Yeah. But other from that now, the topic is basically I'm going to have to, well, I've been doing this for a while, but I guess it's going more actively, write down things. So when I actually go home, I'm better able to actually focus on the things that I need to do when I come home, because I usually do that. But you know what? That I'm on the 95 journey, in the initial phases, you heard I said I have to wake up like 4 a.m. in the morning to reach work early. So those days. And what usually happened was when I come home, because my mind is so flustered and such like that, when I actually finish all the stuff that I want to do is usually after 12 in the night. So I basically get less than 4 hours of sleep every night. So that was one of the reasons why I've been sleeping so much. I have the tendency to want to sleep when I'm at the work. So what I have to do now, I have to find ways to actually manage my time better. So when I come home, I can just do things that I need to do, and then have more time to actually sleep. And get this is just one of the things that I'm experimenting with now. Just have the tasks that I need to do when I come home. So if for some reason I don't remember, I can just basically just look at it and say, okay, this. And what else I'm trying to do is just basically just not have it simple so that you know well there's a term in computer science called KISS, keep it simple stupid. So that's basically what I'm going to do. Keep the task simple so that I just say, okay, come home, make dinner, shower, that and just go to sleep. Yeah, so that's a plan for it. So that's one of the ways I'm going to do to try and better manage my time. And ideally, if that happens now, the more I will get more sleep time. And then so that is the first goal of that. To get more sleep time. And after I get more sleep time now, then I may able to come home and maybe actually do other tasks than the ones that I had. So because I'll be better able to do the tasks that I've been doing since. So the normal tasks that I will do when I come home, maybe I'm able to do more than that because I'm better able to manage time. So maybe when I come home in 1 hour, I finish all the tasks that I had in my phone. So I can spend maybe 1 hour to do something else, like maybe go after another goal, and then I just go to sleep. But what would happen is that my sleep schedule will be constant. I will say, okay, yes, I'm going to bed this time regardless, so that I get enough sleep. But some days I'll come home and then by the time I reach X o'clock, I finish all the tasks. So I can say, okay, I can spend a couple minutes to do this task. And then so that I'm going to the next day, compound interest. Next day I'm going and I say, okay, I have a couple minutes to do this task again, do that. And then by the end of the week, it will be like I completed like 2 hours of work because I'll be compounding the little time that I have free. Mhm. So that's a strategy. That's a strategy you can use as well to free up your time. And yeah, in a couple weeks, you just basically you'll be able to do your side project while also doing a 9 to 5 and get doing well in your work. Yeah, because you can with the strategy, you'll be more alert at work, so you can actually progress far in your job. While when you come home, you progress far in your personal life. So it's both beneficial because you're creating that work life balance that people talk about. You're actually doing it. You're actually creating that work life balance. So when you go to work, you actually put in your full 8 hours of effort. And then when you come home now, you're actually putting in effort into creating your personal life, creating that dream life that everybody thought you saw on Instagram. You may actually be creating it in real life. Yeah. So that's basically it for this episode. Thank you for listening. I look forward for the next episode. Mhm.
Well, this is the end of the episode. Thanks for watching and look forward for the next episode. To support this podcast, go to anchor.fm/cssb/support or become a sponsor for this episode. If you have a product that you want to have more exposure, DM me on the Instagram page, Reframing Mindset Podcast, or on Twitter at ReframingP. Either way would help. Thank you regardless for listening, and here's a preview for the next episode.
Eighth week. Eighth week. What my eighth week was like. And I have to say, the best thing to say is that I made it out. I made it out after 8 week. And then not only that, um, this 8 week was where we got the first. So this 8th week, I do mean we realize if you listen to the 7th week, we're on the on-the-job training. So what we were doing was we were doing the job full time, 8 hours a day, with supervisors. We're not supervisors, but people leading us. People who were in the business for like a year or so before that and were proficient in the business. So they could be like the top person, the best person in the business a year before that they say, okay, come and teach these new set of people that are we're going to recruit in the business. So we are doing